about Thanksgiving and things that we're grateful for. So this is something I wrote about being thankful for somebody who had a huge impact on my life when I really needed some impact. So it's called Taking a Chance on Me. So who I want to talk about is a woman named Valerie Parr, who took a chance on me when I was a reporter with no managerial or corporate experience and helped me land a job that revolutionized my life. I refer to her as Miss Parr because, being from the South, I'm not going to call her Valerie. She's always going to be Miss Parr to me. So what she did was she lifted me from a reality in 1996 that, and this is what I wrote about that reality at the time. I said, this is when I was living in Westport, Connecticut. Our lives are just totally wrecked. The bills are piling up, the last stock has been sold, no child care. I cannot believe that at age 38, I am unemployable at a higher wage. So what had happened was I lost my job in July 1995, where I was the East Coast editor of a California magazine publishing company, a job I'd started in 1987. So I'd gone through 8 years surviving layoffs, lurches in corporate ownership, and a salary that had been flatlining. But like the poem says, the bell finally tolled for me when my editor called and told me I was being laid off. So now what? Unemployment at the time left my wife, 18-month-old son, and me trapped in a suburban house we couldn't afford in a winter of weekly blizzards, if you remember the winter of 95, 96. Amid endless snow shoveling and marital strife, I agonized over my job prospects. My resume showed a Princeton economics degree and writing clips from 15 years of covering everything from advertising to finance to the video game industry, but there really wasn't much else there. Sleep brought no relief from my daytime demons, as I wrote on January 18, 1996. I dreamed I was at a lake west of Mission, my hometown in Texas. I stood at the edge and watched the waters roll away, exposing the rocks underneath. Then the waters mounted into a huge wave and roared toward me. I ran screaming in the other direction. Then, as my family struggled in this financial tsunami, a beacon appeared in the form of Valerie Parr Associates, a recruiting firm that specialized in public relations jobs. I had already had one rejection letter from the agency, but on that memorable January 18th, when I wrote about the wave toppling over me, somebody from the agency called and left a message on the home answering machine for me to give him a call. And so began an agonizingly slow process of working with Miss Parr's team. In February, I visited the agency in Manhattan, and my contact, a Bill named Bill Nazarek. He had some good ideas for my resume, so I made the changes and emailed them to him. Now, I didn't know if anything was going to happen with Parr Agency. You know, in the job market, things crop up, they vanish, you never hear anything about them, because rescue beacons can be mirages. In the following months, that early spring, I pursued every connection, even investigating jobs outside of New York as far as Washington, D.C. My wife freelanced, as I did, while seeking a permanent job. Oceanic pressures warped our troubled marriage. I wrote that our relationship veers all over the place, depending on the degree of stress in our lives: severe, excruciating, or intolerable. 2 frantic months passed before Ms. Parr arranged a meeting at Price Waterhouse, as the firm was then known. It was the smallest, and we like to think the best, of the big 6 accounting firms. And I wrote, on Friday, on April 15th, which is a great day to be writing about something involving the accounting industry. On Friday, I had a great interview with Roger Lipsey at Price Waterhouse for an editor ghostwriter position at PW Review, which was their thought leadership magazine that came out twice a year. It is at the top of my list: $60,000 salary, no relocation, a different set of opportunities. I sent a thank you note off on Saturday. The headhunter called today. He said Lipsey was very impressed, but had other people to interview. In May, I had job offers from Price Waterhouse, a technology PR shop, and a trade magazine. Ms. Parr's innate sense of matching the candidate to the job paid off. She saw potential in me that I had not seen in myself. On May 24th, I wrote about Price Waterhouse. I am confident this, more than anything else, is the right move. I'm ready for just this move in a new direction. The skills I'll develop and the opportunities for growth are incredible. My gratitude toward Ms. Parr was immediate, and I let her know that with a New Year's card, thanking her for the position's life-changing impact. She responded, "It's not often someone takes the time to write such a caring note. You can be assured that one of these days when nothing seems to be going right, we'll pull out your note and reminding us why we both love what we do. Thank you again and Happy New Year." And here it is 23 years later, and I'm still a writer, and I'm still in the accounting industry, so my gratitude toward her is never ending. Thank you.